Now you're nice and close. Start with the white here as an undercolour. You don't need it as strong as the white I put in here, but we do need it in there because the other colours are almost bleached. And that's fine. And then up here we've got some in here as well. Now I've got to be careful here because I'm running into the top. I'm going to do that for the moment just to separate it. I'll have to whiten that off again later, but otherwise I won't be able to see what I'm doing in here. Now there's my white in there because that's facing the light. Okay, next colour is the grey. The grey is 270. Now the pupil of the eye is so small and so thin that you can't think about putting any base colours in there. Well, you could say this is a base colour. But what I mean is you know the mid greys and the 181s and that sort of thing we've done before. Well, that's good. Now we need to lighten that up a little bit. Now I think what I might do, I might actually put the grey in there too. I'm just thinking that we do need it to have a solid foundation. And I could have blended it, but this particular one, the 270, is a good blender in itself. It's done the job for us. Now we need green. I've got to get a greens over. Now a lot of greens, a lot of ochres, including in this. So we'll start off, I think, with the light green. Now this is the 172. I'm going to actually start here because this is the stronger, or the shadow area. So let's put that in first, and then we can drag it over. It comes all the way down to there. And this is, remember, this is in the shadow. Now, I've got a pupil in there I'm going to lose in a minute if I'm not careful. So I think what I better do is put it in. And I think I might, difficult to know quite what to do, because if I put a strong colour in there, I'm going to blend the strong colour around it. Okay, forget about that, folks. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to use my 167. Now this is quite a lot stronger. And when I put this in, I'm then going to put an eye surround in. Okay, now that is okay at the moment. I don't think I'll worry about that just yet. No, I won't. Right, now the eye surround. Well, I'm going to use the grey first of all for this. I've already got that down here. Well, this is already done, and I put that in with the grey and the 169. But now in here, 233. Now I've done this really to give me some kind of guideline as to the depth of colour needed in there. Right, might as well do that as well. don't think I need to do any more. We'll be bringing all of the hairs coming over here a little later on. But I think that's okay for the moment. Now, we now need to bring some of this colour in here. This is the 172, light green. And there's all sorts of, all manner of colours in there. Another colour which I'm going to use is this one, which is a 102. This is a light yellow, very pretty colour, and it will match and go. You don't have it, it's not solid. You just put it in as I'm showing you now. Great. Put a little bit in here, but this is going to be very dark, so we're not necessarily going to see it, but I can see traces of it. Like that. Now, what I think I'm going to do here, I've never done this before. I'm going to use the 174 green as my base colour for the pupil, which is really, really thin. And what I'm hoping is I can just put black on top of this. That's it. That's what it looks like, folks. I'm actually widening it just a little touch more than it shows on the picture because it looks better. You see what I mean? Right, so that's got that. Now we want some ochre in. I'm going to put two ochres in. I'm going to put the 183 in first of all. It's the same idea as I used the green just now. You don't put too much, just a little. Another ochre I'm going to use is this one, which is 182. By using both of them, you can use the first ochre, which is 183, just almost like a base colour for the 182. It's here where that colour will be stronger. Right, now back with the 167, because now we can just make it just a little darker. Now I haven't used a blender yet, but I'm going to in a tick. And we also need some of this in here, but it's very, very light touch. Just to put just a little spot of green in. Now, I don't want to put too much colour in here, so I think I might stop there, because what I want to do is add a little bit of blue. I didn't have the blue out, but I decided to use this one. Just a little spot of blue. 140 this is, just a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. We can use it in here too, with just a little more punch now. Because I've got to darken that eye. And another colour which I'm going to use is 104. And this is a bright green. And what I want to do here is put just a little bit of that in there. I can see it in the eye. I'll show you the eye in a minute. You'll see what I'm talking about. Maybe we can put just a little bit of that in here as well. It'll look pretty. Okay, now back with the white. The white now needs to be just a little brighter. Especially where we have the shadow. like that. Getting there. I've got to darken it now. This is where we have, that's a little problem because we've got to decide what colour to use. I'm inclined to go for 181. I normally do, so let's just put a little bit of that in. Now this colour is very strong if you use it too heavily, so I'm almost just allowing it to touch the paper. Very, very light application. It shouldn't affect colours too much underneath if it's so light. And once again, work along that edge. Now you see now we have a very distinct difference. And now, it's crucial now that we get this absolutely right. So I'm cleaning my colour shaper, pointed colour shaper, ivory one is definitely the best. Get rid of all that little muck and bullets off the end there. Okay, now we'll start with the light tone, and this time we don't want to blend everything, we just want to push the colour in to the paper. See the effect we get? If you blend, everything will melt into itself. We don't want that. That's absolutely fine. I'm going to probably put some more white on that eventually. Now we do the same thing here. Instead of, let me do some of it and you'll get an idea of what I'm saying now. By pushing it in, you retain the colours that you've got there. Got it? But you still have what is in effect a blend. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to darken the ice around, because that's going to tell me how much darker I need to make the eye. Right, so let's do that. And I'm doing that with the 181 again. Carefully work your way down there till you get to there, and then it starts to open up and spread. Like that. And this will then go into there. Now, a lot of the light that I've got here will travel across this, so although it does seem to be quite wide, it won't be when I finish. Now we can be a little bit bolder now because we're not quite so close to the edge. Now, you can see now that that is too light. So I'm going to come back in again with the 181 and darken it. The other thing is I was going to use black on that. Let's just get the black ready. And we put the black in. It's too small an area to fiddle about too much, so the least colours you use, the better it will be. That's fine. Now what I better do here, I want to retain as much of colour as I can, but I can put those colours back in again. But it's here where it's It's darkest. Now that light, remember I put that light in earlier on, that green? Well, I'm going to retain that. That's got it. It's a long job, isn't it? I bet you're thinking, God, I wouldn't have thought I could take that long. Well, ordinarily it wouldn't do. It's just that this particular eye is very attractive, but it's got a lot of colour in it. I'll have to bring that light back in there in a minute. See, all those colours I put in are still there. And we can bring them back a little bit. I'm just going to put a little bit of light. This is 102, because I want to, just that area just there, it seems to be catching a little bit of light coming across. You still have the white, or the light that there. That's got it. Okay, let's put some of these colours back. This is 167. I don't think I want it any darker. That looks just about right. There's a little sliver of dark on that edge there. That's coming along lovely. And I'm going to put the colours back in now. The blue, which I put in here, I remember I put that blue in there. Well, put some more blue in. And some ochre. Put that slither again with the 104. And what other colours have I used? Do I want any more colour? I think I will. I think I'll use this colour. This is what I use for here. Well, I'm going to use this. This is 104. Just a spot or two. Of light in there. Well, that looks stunning, doesn't it? A bit more white. And I think, folks, I'm going to leave it at that. Really pleased with that. I'll put away in a minute, you can have a look at it, but let's have a look at the other one. We don't need as many colours in that, so let's just use the 172, which is the first colour I used. We wanted to make it, we want to make it a little darker because otherwise it won't show up. The light, remember I'm going to put a bit more light in there. It's 172, 167, and a little bit of ochre. And I'm going to use the 183 for here. So a little bit of light, a little bit of that, a little bit more, a little bit darker corner. And then we'd use the 181 to give us a little strength there. Just right on the very edge of that, it's just there. I'm just hoping that I can put just a little slither of light. Now, you couldn't put it in before because it wouldn't have shown up, but now it does. Yeah, that looks good. And then we're going to close in on this. I don't want to make this too strong. And I'm going to put a bit of 169 in there as well. 169, there we are. And on the other side, of that white line I put in. Just go back in with your 167. That's it. And then we can lighten it here again. This is what I couldn't do earlier because it wouldn't have shown up, but now I can. And some white here as well. And if we can, while we're here, just put a little bit of 169 right on that edge, like that. And then, using your colour shaper, you can pull that onto the white, like that. Now that's pretty good. I might darken that just a little spot up in the corner there. And maybe, no, I can't make any lighter. I can't make it any lighter because it won't show up if I do. There we are. Okay, so next on the list is the black. The black goes on top of the 181. And you see I've just left a little slither there of light. Well, you can put just a spot, a bit like I did the other side. Just a little bit of light in there. It's very difficult to do that until you get the very dark colouring. It goes all the way around here. And we'll deal with this edge in a minute, because we can't have it as strong as that against the light edge, so we've got to build that up a little more. Great. How do I want any more? Well, let me just see if I can just put just a very, very touch of black, just very, very little on there. Don't much. The white. Come back again. And the black. Like that.